Okay. Welcome, everyone, to episode 28, Shadow Warrior 2 giveaway stream.
I'll take it.
This what?
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. This is your host, Janzer, and we have Count.
Can I have the Shadow Warrior too?
You really? Oh, yeah, I thought you meant the title. I thought you meant that laziness of the title you were going to take. I don't know. We'll talk about that. And we have Gamertron.
Hey, hi, how you doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful night. Glad you are all here listening, watching, wherever, whenever to the Be Free Gaming Podcast. I'm in a very chipper mood today.
Great. Awesome. Gamertron is having some under-table fun, apparently.
For the love of God.
He's got some friends over.
That's none
Why
of
are you
your
in a good
concern,
mood, Gamertron?
sir.
No cams, apparently. That's the reason why it votes, is because we can't show what's going on in real life.
There's some real crap going on. Why are you in such a good mood, Grammaton? I'm dying to know.
Oh, well, I got some good news and bad news.
Say the bad news. Perfect.
Okay. Bad news. I can't get my motherboard or processor this month, and maybe not next month either.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Money issues, unexpected stuff that needed to be paid for. But
So the test came back positive.
How many did you get pregnant?
Alone.
That's what I'm wondering.
I told you to leave that girl alone.
That girl? Come on, Kat. It was multiple. You know that.
Multiple hoes, man.
Oh, wow.
This does remind me of a scary story, but I don't think I should share that live. But the good news is it's a boy. No.
Oh,
jeez.
great.
Good
So he
news
couldn't
is-
have gotten
Gamertron
pregnant.
brat.
I see what you're saying.
Good news is, even though I couldn't get the new motherboard and processor, I was able to get some new games instead: Shadow Warrior 2 and Gears of War 4.
Oh, man.
So,
Baby.
So, Janzer,
Oh.
I can co-op with you, and Count, I can co-op with you. We need to play some games sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been stuck
I've
playing
got Shadow
Division.
Warrior 2. What, I can't co-op with you on that?
Wait, you have Shadow Warrior 2?
Yeah, I have.
Why
it
were
now.
you asking for it?
I wanted 2 of them.
Oh, jeez.
I'm a greedy bastard.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm just kidding, man.
I'm going to turn up y'all's volume just a bit. There we are.
I'm all jacked up on this Mango Heat Titanfall 2 Scorch Edition product placement.
He's literally all jacked up on Mountain Dew. He's going to come at you like a spider monkey.
As fuck, but oh well.
A spider? That's not very... Spider monkey? That's not very...
It's from a movie. Sorry.
It's from Talladega Nights.
There you go. That's one of my favorite movies.
I get that. If you really look at it, spider monkeys aren't all that threatening.
Pretty damn threatening.
Not really. They're
Jump from
just
tree to tree.
Look, any monkey's going to kick your ass unless it's like the little baby monkeys.
Monkeys are badass.
The chimpanzees will, like, strength of 10 men or something, you know. They'll rip your arm off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, chimpanzees.
And
yeah,
your balls.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't want to mess with any monkeys at all, okay? News? Anyone got news? Anyone want to start off?
I had a list. Where'd my list go? Oh, shit.
He has a list. I don't have shit. He has a list.
Yeah, I've got a list, too.
Seriously?
Dang it.
Yeah,
I
always do.
I lost my list.
I didn't get the
Janzer.
memo. I didn't get the memo that we
Hey,
needed a list
we
tonight.
all do what we do. I never harass you for anything.
Dude, I don't have a list. I feel bad. All right, go ahead.
Oh, you don't feel privileged
My
enough, Count.
Fifi's got hurt.
Do we need to get you a safe space?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm listless.
Okay, wow, you guys are just horrible. Just... Well, you belong together, and apparently Count might get his wish and go up there to Canada after all, so we'll see. Did you hear that AT&T was buying Time Warner? Not Time Warner Cable, but Time Warner, the company, like the, I guess
What?
the entertainment portion of it, yeah.
Like all of Time Warner.
Yeah, but apparently
whole
they
thing.
split off Time Warner Cable at some point way back in the past for $56 million or some billion, I think. I don't know, I was reading about that. Now, at first I thought it was Time Warner Cable, and I was like, they just sold out to Spectrum, some other company. I was like, how can they sell twice? But no, just the yeah, you know, the Time Warner handles a lot of stuff, dude. Not just yeah, they're mostly entertainment, like movies and all that, media type stuff. I'm just kind of surprised AT&T, of all the people, they're a communications, company. So I figured they would have picked up on the cable part of it, but no, they're going after the entertainment part.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, they already have Uverse on AT&T, and apparently people really seem to like that whenever I talk to people about that stuff. But now they're going to have Time Warner. So I don't know if that's them trying to stay relevant, given the fact of things like Netflix and et cetera. Amazon has its streaming service and everything like that. This is not that interesting of a topic to me, but it kind of is. So want to see what y'all had to say.
I'm just curious, like, what's the plan behind it? What's the move?
Well, their plan is to stay relevant in the entertainment portion of what they offer customers, because they already have Uverse. But if they own Time Warner, they don't have to pay fees to Time Warner to license that stuff to show. So they probably get just a lot more movies as well. That kind of stuff. Whatever Time Warner produced or produces. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But I initially picked up on it because I thought it was Time Warner Cable they were buying. I was like, what? You can't do that. You can't, because that would be...
I mean, AT&T already got broken up as a monopoly in the late 70s, early 80s?
Something, yeah. That's what I was like, you can't put these two together. In some places, that's all people have is Time Warner Cable and AT&T, but...
Yeah, the only phone service when I was growing up was AT&T.
No Southwestern Bell? Really?
No, that was... I'm hearing myself in the background.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look at that.
Yeah, the AT&T, and they broke it up as a monopoly. That was in the early 80s.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
Even...
So looking at TeamSpeak, yeah, it's Gamertron.
Damn it!
If you can look at it too and catch yourself, or you might just have to mute or something, or I don't know. We'll have to test that out later at another time. But
Oh, I hear you. I'll be extra careful and I'll mess around with some settings.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The kind of going off of that, since I started, might as well. But yeah, we had that big old DDoS attack on a lot of the web just the other day.
What do you mean? Twitter was down. Twitter was down for
Twitter, Netflix, Reddit, Spotify, some other little small things like Shopify.
PSN.
And yeah.
When did this happen? What?
Friday?
Yeah.
Where are you, man?
When Friday?
All the goddamn day, practically.
I was out most of the day Friday, but
disconnected from your channel.
Oh, Count just said I'm out of here. He's like, I'm not having this. How dare you not know, Gamertron? He's very upset because you won't get on Twitter. That's why.
No. Count, come back.
Speaking of DDoSes, we just lost Count to a DDoS attack.
I just got DDoSed. Actually, no, I hit the wrong button closing a window. My apologies.
It's okay. We've made jokes out of it.
But yeah, tell me more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Destiny players weren't happy.
So
this was like Destiny, Twitter, everything?
Well, it was a company called Dyn, D-Y-N, or DIN. I don't know. I call it Dyn. Basically, that handles like internet addresses for a bunch of different things. Without those addresses, no one knows where to go. Basically, that's the most simple way to put it, And so you had they had a lot of addresses, Twitter, Netflix, Reddit, Spotify are big enough as it is. But Amazon, of course, their Amazon S3 servers serve out a lot of content to a lot of different places as well. So it's a huge fucking thing, dude. Huge thing. And it was most of Friday morning to the afternoon, and I think it cleared up around mid-afternoon or so.
Well, it was still going on when I got off work. I got off work at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I got home about 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I tried to get on Twitter. It was down. It was still down.
Yeah.
Okay, is this something that happens solely in the West, or was this worldwide?
It happened worldwide as far as we knew, because that's anyone that accesses that is what that is. And initially they thought it was just East Coast, but that was bullshit because, well, I'm in the Southwest, so it's just not, no. It's just people, the initial news broke out as East Coast, and of course they didn't fix it, because why would they? So.
Wow, that's crazy.
You want to know how they did it?
How?
So apparently some anonymous hacker, not the anonymous group, but just someone that didn't name themselves, dropped a little basic script that handles DDoSing. And what it does is it taps into... have you guys heard of this idea called the Internet of Things?
Yes,
Okay.
I've heard of it.
It came up some years back. I used to go to South by Southwest for the tech portion of it, and they started throwing that label around. And of course, anything with me and big stupid labels like that, I get pissed off. I'm like, shut up! Don't start this. Don't start trying to make something cool. Fetch is never going to happen, Gretchen. All right, but So Internet of Things basically means smart devices. So if your microwave has access to the net, if your fridge, if your webcam that, or your cam that you use to monitor your home, if your TV, basically anything that has, connection.
Dryer, your washer, now they have everything connected.
A lot of things are. So they
Like
were
Skynet.
they were basically being a little virus would get in there. And it would, it's just waiting for instructions on what to DDoS. Basically sending a bunch of spam at a thing, at a server or something like that, and flooding it. You know how that works. So with the fact that they had all of these devices, DVR recorders, those are very, 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 they're all over the goddamn place, So, yeah, they had a basic army that they could just point wherever they wanted, So,
wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Like, and I can't believe, and internet providers, companies haven't developed a counter to this. Have they even considered developing a counter to this?
Security in the United States, at least when it comes to like net related things, and this is me being a web developer myself, it's considered to be too expensive to bother with. So, this all goes back to the lack of understanding of value, of why something is valuable. So they just like, well, you're just wanting to do this because of insurance reasons. Yeah, insurance reasons. So you don't have things like when that Sony Pictures hack happened,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, exactly. All kinds of things like this. So because people don't want to spend money on it, they don't find the value in it until something actually happens. That's how things like this happen. And we're very lax with our security. So yeah, that's how those things happen. They don't want to spend money on it because they don't see the value. That's really what it comes down to. So, yep.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you'd think more. Damn, I find it hard to believe in this day and age that something like this could happen. It's a scary thought. Like,
having worked
what if a hacker really wanted to cause some chaos and do some more permanent damage? Like, whew.
Well, I mean, Cal, I'm sure you've seen things like that just in life, where some company doesn't see the value of whatever this one thing is that would provide value based on a certain thing that could happen. They don't do it. It happens, and then they're fucked.
Yeah.
or something stupid
definitely.
happened. It's like, God damn it, we didn't plan. It was like, you knew about it. You just didn't want to spend the money on it. So
Well, I work for a company that annually makes 28. Annually grosses $1 billion.
Wow.
You're cutting up quite a lot there.
Oh, am I cutting up?
You were
still.
Well, yeah, just right there. I don't know why.
That's crazy.
You're still having relapses from the DDoS.
And Gamertron's totally fine now. Okay. Yeah,
They do that stuff. They do that stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lack of
Talking about.
understanding of the long view of things, So,
Well, here's hoping a lesson's learned. Hopefully.
hopefully, right? Yeah. Speaking of lessons being learned and things being out, voice actor strike.
Yeah.
I
was going to bring
on
that
my
up.
list. I'm glad.
Go
you
ahead,
brought
Count,
that
if you
up.
want to. I got to refill coffee, anyways.
Well, no, I just saw the headline.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
Friday.
I just saw that they're on strike, and this is a good chance to be a scab, I guess.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
meaning someone that can just kind of get in there and get paid to do a job that someone else actually did, at a professional level.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you were going to pay them $10,000 and they don't want to work for that anymore. I'll do it for $500.
Yeah, there you go.
I hate that shit,
And
especially
you have
in web
it's
development.
crossing the picket line.
Yeah. That's another fact too. It's like, okay, well, on the down low, I'm with them, but I also need to eat. So You know. Yeah. So Friday, I'm just gonna take this from a headline really quickly. Well, not a headline, a snippet I read earlier. The voice actor, it's like a big SAG. It's part of SAG, I think. Yeah, it's a big name. I forget the whole acronym for it.
Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, it's like some weird, like apparently NPR. I read NPR's article on it, and they're part of it too, like that one specific section of it. But they declared strike against 11 video game publishers over games that went into production after February 17th, 2015. So the companies,
of course they're wanting more money.
Of course,
That's what it all boils down to. But
of course. So the companies
in
question include some of the biggest heavyweights in the industry, such as Electronic Arts Productions, or EA, of course, Insomniac Games, Activision, and Disney. So
wow,
So
they have it coming.
They do want more money. You're absolutely right. Why?
Mark Hamill is so greedy. I swear.
Well, do you know the reason why? I mean, because you're saying that, so...
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No, it's okay. I mean, the companies are probably thinking the same thing. Actually, there's something that I read that was basically around that same lines, is they're not that important, which is what some of the game developer companies were saying. They said in the grand scheme of the game, they're 1% of... They're less than 10%. They're like 1% of 10% or something like that.
That's
like, what?
Bullshit.
He basically boiled them down to like so minimal that it wasn't even important. So they're like, so why would we pay them at a different rate outside of the system that we pay all these other people? And he kind of has a point when you look at animators and what they do and what they sacrifice, crunch time and all of that. If you know anything about games development, and if you don't, then I suggest you just go read an article on how that works. It's a lot of long hours. I got out of the learning portion of it when I was doing it in college, because I was getting sick all the time because I was not doing any fucking thing else than just sitting behind the computer and doing 3D development. Literally just not sleeping, very, very rarely. Like a couple hours here, an hour there. That was enough for me to understand this is a shitty industry to get into because there's no regulation.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of like YouTube, how they're not like, they haven't gotten together to like form some kind of a union or a unified voice so they can get their own little agendas, listened to and actually acted on. Same thing with 3D.
Maybe YouTube may actually need something like that with the shit YouTube does. Maybe
They do?
YouTube does need a union.
Well, they need some kind of collected voice other than people randomly taking off their shirts or acting like idiots in front of a camera talking smack about something that's never going to fucking change. But it will make them money. So, so if they really want change, that's a different story. But yeah.
To go back to what you said earlier,
go for
Janser, just because the voice just to clarify, I know you're not implying this, but
no,
just in case
I was
someone's
repeating viewpoints. So yes,
oh yeah, exactly.
You go for it.
Okay, yeah. I just want to clarify for people listening that just because the voice actors want more money, that doesn't mean the game developers should get less money. Game developers, like, we know they work hard. Like, I have nothing but enormous respect for game developers.
Of course.
I know this sounds cheesy as hell, but they make dreams come true, literally. But the voice actors, to say that they're 1% or 1%, 10%, just to belittle them and belittle their value is like, it's completely unfounded. Like, if it wasn't for certain voice actors,
it depends on the game.
Oh yeah, of course it depends on the game, but
right.
Let's admit that there are some video games that are simply sold because the characters and the voice acting in those games. I can guarantee you the Mass Effect games would not be as popular as they are without good voice acting.
Right.
I would guarantee you that Gears of War, Uncharted, would Uncharted be Uncharted without Nolan North? Seriously.
All I have to say is Jennifer Hale is way more attractive to me than probably most women just because of her voice.
Jennifer Hale.
Commander Shepard, come on.
Tara Strong.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Tara Strong is awesome.
Yeah.
You look at this, and we can name voice actors off the top of our head: Troy Baker, Steve Bloom. There's so many fantastic voice actors that bring these characters to life, make us grow attached to these characters, grow attached to these worlds. These characters, these voice actors are what make people grow emotionally attached to these products. You need that personalization. You need that emotional connection that voice actors can provide. So to belittle them and say that, oh, they're little to nothing, thing. Like, that's just not true. Like, when it comes to a video game, gameplay will always be most important because it's a video game.
Right.
But character and story, like, it just adds so much more. It gives a game something special.
Yeah. There was actually, I can see both sides of it because they are a small part of the game, but their impact is really what you're saying. Is a large part. Yeah, Volts, I'm sorry about that. Anyone that was listening, there was a small little beep of an ad there that started playing before I could mute it because I opened up another channel here. Sorry. Go ahead. God damn it. Yeah, they're a large part, maybe in a small way, time commitment wise, but another thing that has been spoken about, and it's not Jennifer Hill is the only person that I've heard say this before. I know Mark Hamill said it, is the fact that their vocals get damaged. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
And so the time that they're out, they aren't making any money. And they are freelancers. They are not working for any one specific company. So the fact that they have to be part of SAG, otherwise they wouldn't get any benefits, because they're not in a company. They're,
Exactly.
So, yeah. It's... And the other thing is...
Look at all the money these animated movie. What would the animated movies be without voice act? You know what I mean? The really good ones. So,
and they don't want money from every game, like across the board, a flat, like you're going to pay me. They were saying, like, look, there should be something instituted, kind of something about what you were saying, Gamertron, where if a company makes, 10 million worth of sales, maybe we get an extra perk. And if it hits another 8, or 5 million, then we get another little extra bump, something, because they get paid. Apparently it was like something like at the top end, maybe $8.25 for 4 hours of work, which sounds like a lot. But remember, if anyone, and I've worked freelance before, if anyone's ever worked freelance before, you don't know when your next paycheck's going to happen.
Right.
Exactly.
So yeah, it seems like a lot, but they're paying based on the fact that they got to pay their own insurance. They got to pay for anything. Like if they have a family, well, there you go. Yeah, that's another thing too. So it's just more of a matter that voice acting, I think, came into being as a small need that people thought was a small need and turned into a profession, But the structure behind it, the support behind it for the people doing the job, just never developed because, like, most companies aren't going to touch that stuff if they don't have to, because that's an extra expense. Goes back to that whole thing about like not paying for security. It's an extra expense.
Right. And these companies are making money hand over fist, dude.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you.
My last one was the part. I remember talking to the partner in my last one, and he was just like, I really just look at it over time, and I see things ups and downs, but over time it balances out. When he said that to me, I was like, you don't give a shit then,
right?
Because I am the one coming in daily, putting passion, for X amount of years into not only my work, but the people that I work with as well. Your attitude and what you do affects everyone around you, whether you want to believe it or not. Right. So especially if you're in some kind of lead position,
Point. Okay, I think we can all agree that we're for the strike. We're for voice actors.
Hey, they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah. I'm not hating on them.
And
I mean, I'm not hating on them at all.
Because when I saw this news come up, and I've seen some videos discussing this, when I look in the comment section of some of these videos, I see these, pardon my language, these asshats talking shit that's saying, oh, well, if these voice actors want more money, they'll just hire cheaper voice actors. Ha,
They will. Because this is like any other industry. This is nothing new.
I'm not saying that they won't do that, but they will be of a lower quality.
Right.
Because if you're going to hire cheaper voice actors, they're more likely going to be inexperienced. They're going to be very what's the word? Oh, damn it. Green.
Yeah, they're going to be green. Yeah. No, you're right. Green is correct. They're inexperienced and green. That's absolutely correct.
Exactly. Like, I'm not saying they won't provide a good performance, but it's a lot more of a roll of a dice. It's a gamble. You don't know if you're going to get a good voice actor that can like pull off the performance you're looking for.
Remember what I said about
an experienced voice actor? They have multiple ranges. They can play multiple characters, and you have a higher chance of getting the performance you need out of them.
This is exactly what I meant last podcast and maybe the one before, but when I talked about the actor for Luke Cage and the actor that plays the Kingpin, it's about nuance. Without that, everything is the same. Everything is flat. Everything is outrage or everything is low key.
Anybody can read from a script.
But I can do it, and I would suck at it.
Yeah, you have to have that inflection. I mean, there's only one Mark Hamill to do the Joker. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And once you put that bar at a certain height for your voice, for your characters, you can't go below that.
Yeah.
Gamers aren't stupid. They're gonna see that. Then it might affect your sales a little bit. I mean, Pay your voice actors. Pay them.
Hey, it's already affecting the sales of some games count. There's kind of a boycotting going on for Dead Rising 4 because a beloved character from the original Dead Rising game, Frank West, he's coming back in Dead Rising 4, but they haven't gotten the same voice actor, even though that voice actor said he would be more than happy to reprise his role. Capcom are more interested with getting someone else.
Well, here's the thing. Video games are at a higher level now. Video games are in every aspect of life now. They are a household name. You're not going to be able to do this shit on the cheap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You pay your shit. You pay these fucking actors that really aren't that good in movies.
Oh yeah.
They pay them for their name.
Or their butt.
You're not just paying
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, she looks good, but I'm talking like George.
That's an expensive
Clooney.
butt.
That guy's not a very good actor, but he makes $20 million. Brad Pitt. It's the name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have Mark Hamill voicing your character, it's the name. Gamers know that Mark Hamill is voicing. They'll pay. They're going to buy your game for that.
Well, there is talent. There's talent.
To buy your game.
Yeah, there's talent behind a lot of it. It's not for nothing. And whether it's a talent that's liked by everyone or not, that's what the paying people will show. So, when they start employing people that I do want to answer this one question here. Like Volt is saying, well, if you don't hire inexperienced actors, how they grow, that's one thing to keep in mind. This is business, man. That's like saying, I can't get a job because I have no experience. Guess what? You have to fucking figure it out. Everyone does. People hire inexperienced
actors. How will they grow? But
people will absolutely hire inexperienced actors because of the fact that there's always going to be companies that don't want to pay or can't pay for the expensive Mark Hamills or Jennifer Hales or whatever, Tara Strong or whatever.
Inexperienced actors, you got to start off low. Room. You got to build a reputation.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, what happens when they become experienced? Do they then no longer deserve to get paid? Because they have that much more experience. So that's not, that's one way to look at it, but there's always going to be room for people to get into the industry. The other thing is that's a way to limit talent in an industry, which is by creating a bar for people to have to actually cross. Because it's like YouTube. The fact that anyone can do YouTube, there is no bar. The only bar is you have to have a computer. You don't even have to have a computer. You can do it with your phone.
Yeah, YouTube's different. That's a different.
Right. That's a totally different
story. That's a community-driven thing.
Yeah,
so they're going to let the community police itself. Exactly. But
right. So that's why people ask, well, why don't people with talent rise to the top? Because it's so flooded. Because there is no bar.
I would have more sympathy for these companies if they weren't making. Come on, Activision's making. They're making
Call of Duty 3. What?
They're making so much goddamn money.
How much? Black Ops made tens of millions. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So
they're making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right. I mean, when they hit certain marks, that's why part of the thing was like, well, when they hit certain sales marks, because those voice actors don't get any residuals, which is a big issue. As an artist, you get residuals, unless you're dumb enough to not sign for that. Yeah. But voice actors, like I said,
give them some residuals. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Or some kind of, I'm very much a fan of. Some places don't like it. They think it's a negative thing because it can be abused, and I can understand it. But I'm very much a fan of like performance-based, bonuses. So you just have to find out make sure that the processes are actually being followed. Otherwise, you have issues like that one. What was that bank where they were basically producing results, but it was all bullshit because they were creating fake accounts. Was
Right.
it?
I think I know what you're
talking
talking about. Damn it!
It's something with the wagon. I think they have like a stupid wagon. Gosh, I want to say no. I don't want to name a bank and then get it wrong. Anyways, but that just happened. But
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have to have some kind of policing. I guarantee that the people that work in the gaming company itself they are going to police that stuff because it's their money going away too. So, but yeah.
Well,
Wells Fargo. Thank you very much, chat.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah, fuck those guys. And then that piece of shit owner, the company, the head of the company, blaming it on his employees. I'll tell you one thing I absolutely know from working from so many places, that when you have, some people say, and I kind of agree with this, you never have bad employees, you have bad leaders. You can have bad employees, but if you have so many bad employees, there's really actually a fundamental problem there where and if the leader is consistently pushing off the problems onto the employees, that is a shitty leader. So, yeah, no, that guy's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Well, I know all about that.
Take responsibility. I don't get why people just can't take responsibility. Why is it so hard to say
because it's hard. You just said it. Why is it so hard? Because it's hard for some people to deal with. They just can't. They mentally cannot deal with it or don't want to. They would check out.
It prolongs problems. I'm
they're
one of those
there
guys
when
like if there's an issue, tackle it head on, get it over with. Don't waste time with what's the word? With passive aggressive behavior and hoping like if I bitch enough, if I'm passive aggressive enough, something will change. No. Address the issue, get it over with, tackle it. It saves more time.
Yeah. So these things, I see the voice actor thing starting as a small thing, building up, and then at some point they're like, look, we're doing more work here. We're even having to not get work done because maybe we even had to have surgery. Some of them mess up their vocals. Then they're out for quite some time. They got to pay for their own health insurance, all that stuff. So yeah, this is just an industry coming together and doing what every other industry has done before, and becoming a united voice and standing up for themselves. So.
Well, best of luck to them.
Yeah, good fucking luck. It's hard. Yeah, it's a hard road.
Okay, now I have some news, which we all know of, but to bring it up and talk about it on the podcast, there's kind of a sequel, unfortunate sequel, and end to some news we talked about last week about the video game Smash and Grab, made by the developers of the game Sleeping Dogs. Apparently, that developer, literally just the day of or the day after we talked about them and their new game Smash and Grab, just shut the fuck down.
They closed up shop.
What was the developer?
Yeah. The developer. Oh, damn it! What the?
Oh, that's fine. Okay, never mind.
No. I know they deserve some mention. They deserve.
I just can't remember who they are. I could look it up.
Yeah, exactly. What's the name of the developer? United Front Games. United Front Games. Yeah. So that's
And Smash and Grab just had the free weekend and the discount on Steam, and then they shut down.
I know. Right? They just had fucking articles about having that, and then they shut down.
But I guess Square Enix is talking about taking it over, maybe?
Oh, no.
That's the...
Of all the publishers. Damn it.
What's wrong with Square Enix, man? That's freaking Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's also Deus Ex Mankind Divided microtransactions in the single-player campaign.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but yeah, that's such a shame. That's such a shame. Like, from what I understand, like, I never played Sleeping Dogs, but it's highly praised from what I know. Like, it's a very solid game.
Yeah, it looks
and
like a solid
everything
game.
that I was looking up, the day when we talked about Smash and Grab, that night, I looked it up and like, I may get into this. This looks like a really cool game. And from what I was reading and reviews from other people said, they were saying, yeah, it's a pretty good game. Like, United Front seemed like a solid dev.
Well, and it was like 2 days later after we talked about it. I think Monday or Tuesday. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, wait a second, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Smash and Grab. They were talking about that,
yeah.
and I guess some of the people working there were like, I have no idea what happened.
Yes,
it just like hit them. They got blindsided. So
yeah, happens. Like we're all blindsided. they just released a new game. They just released a new game, and now they're shut
And you know
down.
what's really
crazy.
bullshit?
What?
Daybreak Games is still going strong. That crappy fucking developer is still going strong, and,
What do
and
they
a
make?
good developer. H1Z1 and DC Universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe they manage their finances very well. Maybe
Which
they're
was
not
Sony on
throwing all their
Sony
money on
Online
voice
Entertainment,
actors.
but-
Maybe that's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
This is how
man.
cheap. This is how cheap Sony Online Entertainment was. They had their lead developer, they had their lead creative guy actually do the voiceover of some of the characters in the game.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking serious? And then
That's
they
not
gave
that
away,
bad. The worst is when you get the secretary to do it, and that's a goddamn fact. It's not. They'll get interns to do it. Yeah,
What
companies do this
developer
shit.
are you talking about?
I
that
can't
had the
remember, but
secretary?
I've read this a few times in different articles. They'll either get like an intern, a secretary, somebody that does office management. They'll get them to just voice something. Oh, come in real quick. Happens way more
it's
than
like,
you think.
Damn, we need a female for this part.
just
and
need-
we
yeah.
totally overlooked it. Hey, what if that bitch Lisa up there?
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
come over here, Lisa. Yeah,
Probably
it's
not
like,
even
just
that
read
bad.
This. Read this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of
man.
free to play for the rest, wait, what? For the rest of the month? Yeah. Did you guys see Star Citizen is free to play for the rest of the month?
The fuck? What?
I heard about it.
All
but
you need to do is go get a Star Citizen account, go create one,
know your soul.
and use the promo code FALL 2016, FALL 2016. So you can try that out. So
Holy
everyone
shit.
who participates in that period is going to get access to a ship called the F7CM Super Hornet. Apparently, it's got spots for 2 people, so someone can steer and someone can shoot.
Wow.
It looks like an X-wing.
Yeah.
That's
Gold
really
leader standing by, or something like that. Yeah, from Star Wars. So.
That's really cool and unexpected. I hadn't heard about. So Star Citizen is free for how long again?
Till
Best
the
of
end of
luck.
October. So about 8 days
Oh.
at this point.
Oh, okay, that's a good amount of
9
time.
days.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting move from the devs. I wonder, are they doing this out of celebration? Like, look how far we've come. We want everyone to take a look how awesome our game is, or is this
I
a
think
move
they're
of
appeasing.
desperation?
I think they're appeasing.
Yeah, I think it's a little of both because
Yeah.
we just talked about this the other day where there was that whole expose about the development of Star Citizen.
Oh yes.
How crappy they treated people, and
Yeah, how the production was working or not working. So, it's very good move on their part after that came out so they could show people, look, shit is working, And apparently the different parts do work well. It's just a matter of, is it going to come all together, It's going to all come together. So, but yeah, if anybody's curious, there you go. And that's actually an extremely great move that they could do. Unless they did a really shitty job at whatever they're releasing, and then that was a really stupid move.
yeah.
So,
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Look, I'll definitely download it,
Cool.
try it out, maybe make a video on it. Star Citizen free. That's very. It would be interesting to finally play this game that's been infamous for so many years.
yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, this won't meet the same fate as No Man's Sky, because the hype for this game is built quite significantly up. I mean, like, the devs have promised a lot. Like, they've promised a lot with this game. Like, not as much as No Man's Sky, but they're promising a lot with Star Citizen.
Yeah. It's true.
Gamertron, what's the game that you got into some YouTube beef with? That you
Oh,
had
Elite
to,
Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous. Okay, I was getting that confused with Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm hoping. Here's hoping I don't start drama with that now. Oh God, I play that. Don't like that. Then start. Oh God. Oh
You
God.
just don't like
no, I
space
Oh, man.
games.
I have our title. I know what our title's going to be.
Oh.
If
But
you hate-
DDoS from hell.
No, if you hate Elite Dangerous, you're racist.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's a lot of
God.
things that make you racist. But
I
if
think
you
I
believe
saw a
in
title
science,
to a
if
tweet
you believe
that
in
you did.
science, you're racist now.
What was the title of that thing you tweeted, Count? A video? Something about if you can't pronounce my name, you're racist.
From Andy. Andy Waskey. So apparently mispronouncing names is racist now. people have been mispronouncing my last name all my life, and
People can't
I don't
pronounce
care.
my first name ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
Janzer. Yeah.
That's not my first name.
Oh, it's I'm sorry, it's Janzer. I've been saying Janzer the whole time, and it's Janzer.
I've had actually people ask me how to pronounce Janzer, and I'm like, however you want. It's just a handle. It's not even
Janzer.
Yeah.
You mean Janzer's not your real name?
I think they said Janzer because they were like, is it Dutch? And I was like, no, but it could be if you want. It's just an online thing. I don't care.
My mind is blown right now because I thought Janzer was your real first name.
No, it is.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
What?
I'm joking.
What person do you know?
He's just going. Hey, that's actually.
Your name's Fred,
Dutch people think that I'm Dutch because apparently it might be common over there or something. Beats me.
Yeah, Janzer.
Yeah, yeah, and people have told me how they pronounce it. So, but
Star Citizen. That's really. Are either of you going to download and try out the free trial?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm very hesitant to, but that's just because I don't want to get into another system. I guess I'm not in that mood of I've passed that age.
It's all about the Division for me right now. So yeah.
Yes.
Star Citizen.
You guys have come far. You want to talk about the Division for a moment? Because you guys.
This isn't a Division podcast, But we can turn it into one if you want. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Well, I haven't played a lot of it this week because I did have to fix up my machine. I finally replaced the drive with an SSD, so that was a little bit of a pain in the ass because I didn't have motherboard drivers, and it was just an entire day of stuff that I had to get done. So, but got that all running and whatnot.
So is your loading screens loading faster?
The performance with the Division has changed in zero way.
Okay.
I see no difference in any way. Frame rate wise, it's still all the same. So the hard drive didn't have any impact on it. The only thing that would be the bottleneck would be my GTX 670, which at this point is not going to get changed out for anything else in quite some time. We'll see when I actually have excess money in the future.
The Division is a weird game the way it runs because I put I lowered my graphics settings just to see what's going on, and I put it on unlimited frame rate, and it just stays at 60. Like if I put it on ultra, it stays at 60. If I put it on high, it stays at 60. If I put it on medium, it stays at 60.
I get peaks over 60. I get 66 frames sometimes. So you might have an NVIDIA setting that's overriding.
I think NVIDIA is probably overriding something because I have it optimized through, which I'm not complaining. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. It'll go to 61 and 59. That's my range, which I'm not complaining because it runs smooth as silk.
Yeah,
at 60. But I was just curious. But I can put it on any graphical setting, and it just stays at 60, and that's good, I guess. I mean, it stays 60 on ultra, so yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Underground DLC? Because I don't have it, and I haven't played much of the Division other than doing my dailies and banging my head against a challenging mission solo. But otherwise...
Good luck with that.
I got, that other one we did the other day? Yeah, where we all gave up. I didn't make it back to the shotgunners, but I got past the first section. I got up to the roof. I killed everyone there, the Division agent. I made it to the next section. Then I just was like, I'm too tired. It was like 4 a.m.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
What mission are you talking about, Janzer?
I think the
Queen's Tunnel Bridge.
There you go.
Yeah,
I made it past
on challenging mode solo.
I made it past the first, the second, the third checkpoint. I got to the third checkpoint and I gave up because it was way too fucking early in the morning.
Oh yeah. Well, I tried I've been running the underground just on normal.
Yeah.
And I'm I think I just hit level 12 or 13 or something, but where I've unlocked the Fog of War and the one that takes all your skills share a global cooldown. Like if I use my turret, then I can't heal myself. I don't have my skill. I have to wait for my turret to cool down before I can have my heal. So it's an extra challenge. And the Fog of War takes away your mini map. But I tried it on the hard mode by myself, and that you're going to need a team for that. You're definitely going to need a team. So,
to be fair though, that extra difficulty, that extra challenge, and those little extra bonus challenges you can add, it gives you a ton of XP and guarantees some high-end loot.
Gamertron. I mean, it doesn't really give you a lot more. it gives you like 10-15% more.
Okay, true, but it stacks up. Keep
yeah.
in mind, though, sorry, I'm a higher level in the underground, so I have a lot more of that stuff unlocked.
What level are you on the underground?
20.
Oh, you're level 20. Okay. I'll be there soon. I didn't know you were that high.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I'm glad you brought that up, Count, because I recently played the underground a couple days ago because I realized, hey, you guys are catching up to me in gear score, and that's unacceptable. I have to be
I'm 209 now.
Shit, man! I just reached 210. God damn it!
Nice. Yeah, you
well
have to
done,
do the
man.
underground to get the gear. I didn't understand why you were still 190 if you had the underground.
It was just I wasn't getting the best drops. I wasn't getting lucky drops. I finally got some lucky drops.
Good deal.
I found some really good stuff, and if you've noticed, Count, I've noticed that the underground seems to be the only place where you can get gear that's gear score 240. Did you notice that?
Yes.
I've got a gear score 240.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got one.
I've got a mask. It's Sentry's Call.
Yeah. Yep.
That was from either a daily. It had to be from a daily or something like that.
Yeah, you got that in the open world. One of the not the open world, but you got it in a mission, like a normal daily mission.
Yeah.
I think I was watching your stream when you got that. But yeah, I think
I was going to say, Count, how the fuck
lower.
would you know? I knew you weren't playing, but you were watching stream. Gotcha.
Like late night, I'll get on there. I won't chat or anything because I'm doing something or I'm half asleep or something, But I remember watching you got that 240 mask.
Yeah.
Because I had just gotten a 240 mask in the underground.
Gotcha.
And I was like, but I've gotten the only 240 pieces of gear in the underground I've gotten is the mask. It's kind of frustrating. I got the duplicate. I got a duplicate of that. It's a different set, but it's still a mask, So
yeah.
But I think the drop rate is for the 240 is a lot higher in the underground. I think the chances of it, but it's still kind of low. It might be like 1 in 5 or something, maybe 1 in 6. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but.
Still though, Count, like, you got to admit, like, the underground is just a great way to get loot.
I love the underground. It's
yeah.
Quick. They're quick. Well, I wouldn't say quick. I mean, but I haven't done it with anybody yet. I was wanting to do it with RPG and whoever else had it.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Haven't done a co-op.
And here's the weird thing
well,
about the underground.
Yeah, actually, Gamertron, you have not been around a lot lately.
I have not what?
You haven't been playing the Division lately much. Or at least we haven't seen you.
Well, well, just the past couple days, really. Like, I played at the beginning of the week. I played some Division with you guys.
Yeah.
Again, just the past couple days been busy with personal stuff. But I'm happy to play the Division later if you want. But here's the thing. What was I going to say? The weird thing about the underground, I recently discovered this when I played it recently. I hadn't played it in a while because I wasn't playing the Division in a while till you guys got in. We can all get in. I don't lag in the underground at all.
Wow.
At all.
Really?
I have no lag, no stuttering. I can play for 20 minutes plus and nothing happens.
This makes sense.
I think it has something specifically to do with the open world that causes my game to lag and stutter.
It makes absolute sense, in fact. And it's because you have to render way more for the open world.
Because it's a personal instance, and the underground is like a private instance.
Yeah.
So that makes, like Janzer said, that makes all the difference in the world.
Graphically as well, it's more than just it being like there's any other instances or anything. It's because you're only rendering the walls right around you, versus the sky and the background, all of that lighting, reflect. You are, but not from like one big source and then multiple little sources. It's going to be a lot less total. So it's like if you go into buildings, your frame rate might boost if you have a lower end machine because you're just rendering the walls right there.
I have a question about the underground for Gamertron, though.
Yes.
If you co-op, and I don't know if you've ever co-op doing that. If you
I
co-op
have.
and you die, if one person dies in the co-op, does the mission fail?
No. It's
got to be both.
It's got to be the whole team wipes.
Okay.
Team wipe to lose.
All right.
And even if you die, you can still be revived, like we did in the incursion.
Oh, okay. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that. So underground's it's
really
challenging.
Yeah, really quickly, Gamertron, because you're good at this. Can you, while you're saying this, can you give a quick premise of what the underground content is about?
Okay. What the underground content is about, it's available after you complete the main story campaign, where you are basically given access to a new location, a
It's a
procedurally
new
generated,
hub.
new hub, and a new area of New York to explore. The underground sewers and subway systems and tunnels, all that stuff. The unique thing about the underground is all the environments are procedurally generated RNG based.
There
So
you
every
go.
time you do a mission in the underground, it's never going to be the exact same
Right,
thing. Because
right.
that was one of the complaints about the base game of The Division, is that, well, you'd replay story missions over and over, and they're very linear. The thing with the underground is it's linear, but you're not going down the same hallways all the time. Rooms are randomly generated. The types of enemies are randomly generated, and you can evenly randomly generate the challenges with
And there's a different objective.
and different objective
Like
every
time.
time.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
sometimes,
you might get a repeat objective, but
of course.
you know.
Yeah, but they vary. Like some are
Yeah.
escort missions, some are defend this
And,
objective,
yeah.
some are just hunt down and kill this dude.
Retrieve or bounty or something. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. It adds great variety, great replayability, great new ways to get loot, and again, it also, the underground, they've put in a lot of detail into the underground swords and stuff. Like the lighting in the Division is always excellent, but the way they use oranges, whites, and greens, and make a real how just dirty, a very dirty, very oppressive kind of atmosphere in the sewers and subways. Like these places look like shit. They look
And the
like
environment, like it'll affect your gameplay more. Like there are little spots in the missions that they'll give you a vocal cue that you can't, your visibility is limited here or something like that. You know,
exactly. There's also
Yeah.
hazards like
there's shot. You can be shocked or burnt or stuff like that.
Exactly,
There's traps
exactly.
everywhere. Yeah,
There's also
blinders.
secrets. There's also
Yep.
secrets count. While there are
Yep.
traps everywhere, there are also secrets usually hidden behind the traps
Right,
that lead to
right.
extra loot.
Yep.
That reminds me of Dark Souls.
Very true. Very true.
It's
Not
a
that
little like
that's the only
Warframe
game.
as well. It's like
Well,
a little
RNG.
short sortie mission. You
That's
know,
like
in
Diablo,
Warframe.
honestly. Diablo,
Yeah.
in my mind, is like what started all.
Yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true.
The RNG, dungeons or whatever. Get your loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I love the underground, man. It's awesome. And when you progress your level in the underground, you unlock extra directives that, like I said, will make it more challenging. Like it'll take away your skills, it'll take away your mini map. Not having a mini map sucks.
There's one count that you're going to hate.
I was gonna turn
it's
mine
kind of
off in the
it's
main
kind of
world.
the easiest of the directive challenges, but it also, like, when you're in actual gameplay, you notice it affect you. There's one that, like, basically takes away most of your ammo. Like, whatever
saw that
percentage of
one.
ammo you have, like, it
It's
just
called
takes...
Waste Not, Want Not.
Yes,
is
that
the
one. Like,
direct, yeah.
it's kind of the easiest challenge because, hey, it's not, like, actually hindering my gameplay, but when you're in combat... And you realize, oh shit, my assault rifle's out of the ammo. What?
Well, I
never
run out
happens
of ammo
before.
all the fucking time anyway. I'm bad. Like Grammaton Dryad was watching me stream, and he was making fun of me about my ammo management. And I'm like,
Dude.
there's such a thing as ammo management? I didn't know that.
But there was one session, remember, where I was like ammo. But when you get the gear, like now I'm using
You've
Lone
got
Star
the
gear,
Lone
I'm
Star
fucking
set gear
set.
that gives you the 100%, and I was using that earlier, and I got spoiled because I had like 1100
I got like
in
146 or 44 because of another piece of gear that gives an extra 44. So
so you're
yeah.
good.
But I need it. I'm using
to,
an LMG as my main now.
I'm down to like 540 in as my ammo capacity when I was up to 1100. So yeah, I'm spoiled. So plus I like to just unload ammo. But Grammaton Dryads asks, is underground content soloable from hard and below like the rest of the game?
Yes.
So I tried to solo the hard. It's tough.
It's tough, but it can be done.
It
I
can
have
be done,
I've sold multiple hards. The only thing is, I've noticed there's a real difference between soloing hard in the underground and soloing hard in like the story missions. In the story missions and hard, you can kind of fuck around a little. Like you can stay out in the open and soak up some damage. Underground, you can't. No, you simply cannot. You have to take cover. You have to fall back. Like in story missions on hard, you can be a bit ballsy. You can go Rambo. Can't do that
the
in
story,
Underground.
the actual hard story missions aren't bad to solo at
Oh
all. The
yeah.
challenging is a different story, but
Oh yes.
yeah.
Oh god. Have you tried challenging in the Underground yet, Count? Jesus
No,
Christ.
no, I haven't tried. I tried the hard, and I tried the hard one time. I got halfway through, and then I got just burned alive. They got me.
Oof. I've done
So
challenging with a pub group in the Underground. It was fucking brutal. The worst is we got cleaners. And cleaners, the thing is, in the Underground, since we're in such tight spaces,
Oh, yeah.
their flamethrowers are
Oh
absolute
my
fucking murder.
God.
yeah, and a lot of times you'll get trapped, and you don't have anywhere to fall back to. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
This is what I was saying about that one time we played the challenging for the Queen's Tunnel or whatever, was that what would have helped us out there was actual crowd control, but we weren't doing that.
You have to have your team set up. You have
to have multiple
you can't
stages
just
to
jump
fall
in
back.
with 4 people. You have to. You actually have to have like one person, like we were talking, one person on support, one person on heals. You know, you kind of have to treat it like a typical, like a traditional MMO in some of those instances. Like the Dragon's Nest, I tried to pug that. You're gonna hate that. You're talking about you're just in a cooker. You're going down a tunnel and there's nowhere to run, and they're just flamethrowing you the whole time. So you have to stack on each other. I mean, you got to be stacked on each other, healing. I mean, the whole time. You know,
like in the end, the pub group I was in, like they actually fought smart, like, and they realized, okay, we're getting completely destroyed here. We're barely surviving encounters. What we're all going to do is we're going to get support stations and mobile cover. We're going to set up the mobile cover and then put the healing stations behind the mobile cover, so that the healing stations heal us while the flamethrowers do damage to us, and while the mobile cover gives us a damage boost. So in the end, we were able to beat that, but god damn, it was tough. It was really fucking tough.
And were you guaranteed a 240 piece after that, or?
Oh, basically, yeah. I got a wonderful piece. It's the reason I'm 210 now.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's yeah. Oh man, it's weird. I've been stuck in 180 and 190 gear score for so long that now that I'm in the 200s, it feels liberating.
Well, I didn't know the Underground gave loot like that. I saw that little loot cache that you get, or cash, or whatever that you get there, and I was like, wait a second. I just spent 400 Phoenix credits on something worse than this. And I got it, and it was like a 214 piece, and then I ran another one.
See, I have 214 pieces as well, though.
Yeah. But
so I think I just am doing something
when I was
different.
180 though, Janzer.
Yeah, I must be doing something different than,
Oh,
yeah,
you
when you're
get
180
them out there, but you'll get them like every time you go up a level, you get a loot box to open.
Okay.
In the Underground.
I got you.
Yeah.
See,
and I was opening that, and I got a 240 piece, and I was like, wow, there it is.
My whole objective so far, because I don't have any DLC, is Phoenix points. So I do my daily.
Yes.
I do my search and destroys or whatever for intel. Then I do my dailies, stack up my Phoenix credits, and then I go and buy the better equipment or the better crafting. Which, by the way,
the blueprints.
Yeah, the blueprint crafting stats. I don't quite understand how that works, because when I crafted a Lone Star holster, it said I was going to get an armor piece between 300 and something to 400 and something. It ended up being like close to 900 armor. I was like, what? So maybe do you know if anything on your person affects that crafting
it can go higher.
skill?
It can go higher. It's just possible for it to go higher. It's all RNG based. So
See,
there
but
is
that
a possibility
doesn't...
it can go higher than that.
Right, but you know that. I don't know if you know that just from experience, but it doesn't say it in the game. So
I know
when you're in the game,
right? Yeah, they need to update some of their stuff.
Oh yeah,
as far as
because I mean, think about this: 400. I think it was 446 is what it said. It went to 887 or something like that. The armor piece. I'm like, that is not just a little bit higher. That's like twice the highest cap that it says there. Is there does my skill set affect
really a
that?
Cap. It's actually plus. Whatever you see, it can go up to this. It can actually go higher than that, but it can't go lower than the lowest armor point they show.
Yeah, but there's no. you're still
Yeah, but there's
you're
no explanation for
clarifying
that.
my
That's the
point
problem.
even more. Yeah, exactly. So so that's been my goal, is to get these pieces off of the vendors, the crafting pieces. And now that I know that they can be that much more amazing, it's like I don't see that I'm missing out, other than maybe.
Oh, you're not missing out, Genzer. That is Endgame. Like, Underground is just an extension of Endgame.
But it
It's a
sounds
way
like
for
you get
people
that.
who don't. It's a way for people who don't want to craft yet high-end gear.
Right.
But you can still get the high-end gear through crafting. Actually, it's better to craft because with crafting you can actually tweak things. With what was that thing called? The refabricator? I keep forgetting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So wait, you're saying that the underground pieces that you get, you can't refactor them?
Well, you can refactor them, but
or whatever it's called, refabricate, or I don't know.
Again, but the thing is with the stuff you craft directly, like you just have more control over the stats.
Reallocate.
No,
reallocate.
it's called something else. It's like the station is called. I don't think it's called reallocate. It's called something else, but it's adjusting the talents that are on the pieces. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I BRB. But before I go, a question and a story for you guys to entertain the listeners. Jans or Count, do you want to tell people about our very first incursion we went on while I go pee? BRB.
Our
That's
very first
TMI.
incursion? What was the incursion with the APC?
It's called Falcons Lost.
Yeah, we got our asses. We
handed to us.
got our shit pushed in so hard that it came out of our mouths. It was not even.
We were under geared. I've tried to pug 3 incursions before that.
Yeah,
I got kicked out of all 3 groups, and we had one group fail.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons Lost one that I pugged. I stayed up in that little console. I stayed up in that little computer room right there before you jump down. And everyone else went down there, and we wiped like 2 times, and then the group disbanded. But we got further with us because we actually had some communication with a pre-made group, with us. But we're not ready for that.
Yeah, I do want to say that our tactics weren't great either, and our execution was not great either.
But we don't know the tactics yet, Janzer. That's the problem.
The ones that we tried, because we did try certain ones.
Did not work.
No, they did not work. And I also know that, like, when I was running a certain thing, like when I was down there in certain areas or whatever, that there were probably better ways we could have run it. It's just a matter of like, well, we weren't really.
Well, if we get isolated, we're toast.
Yeah, we weren't really trying to like.
We're not killing shit fast enough. It's that simple.
Well, I think that was your and Phil's understanding. Jesus Christ!
What the hell?
That's got to be Gamertron's mic open. That can pick up everything.
Sorry. What's wrong? What's wrong?
It sounded like your house was collapsing in or something.
Sounded like you were redoing your garage or something. Yeah.
RPG says it's the recalibration.
There you go. I knew it was something. Yeah, recalibration station. Yes, yes. Killing them quicker, absolutely. That's always going to win. But that's the whole point of tactics. What if you can't kill them quicker?
You can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And because what I could. Shit, I think it's on my stream somewhere. It's one of those saved.
Yeah.
So we could probably go back and look at that. Like, I know that I was killing people and I was staying alive for a period of time because of that flashbang once I pulled it up, and started using it, or because of the little zapping turret. It's just that if we weren't like coordinating all our talents, it's not going to happen,
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but
and especially if you drop down and go to the left side, you're going to get grenaded to death.
That left side is horror.
There's no place to dodge grenades over there. Absolutely none.
Yeah, that left place is horror.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Wow, Gamertron, we're picking up like whatever's going on. Like, it sounds like you're in the kitchen.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's all.
Sounds like we're hearing.
Like
we're hearing like it sounds like a dishwasher. It sounds like the kitchen in a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
I'm changing shit. as we speak.
Oh, you're all right.
Because it's coming through. You'll hear it if you listen back to it later.
That's all right.
But it went horribly.
Yeah, we're not quite ready for that. I mean,
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
We're not quite ready there.
My gear,
we will be.
Even my gear now is not really ready for 32s. So
exactly. Yeah. Maybe, that every time I pug those, some of the guys in there were 245, 255, and they were still getting killed. So, yeah. That's something.
Speaking of not being ready.
Those. I'm glad they've made the raids hard. I like
Yeah.
the challenging. I like the challenging raids.
It's true. Yep. Speaking of not being
ready.
But
I tried to pug. Yeah, that's the third. That was my fourth experience in an incursion, and I haven't completed any. Like I said, they kicked me out instantly in one of them. Like, nope, you're not. We're not carrying you, bum. So I tried, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they're hard for a reason. One, because it goes to show you that that the division isn't like. A lot of people said that once you hit level 30 and once you get some good gear, now it's game over. You're unstoppable. Hell no.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you're crazy. That's when the game starts. Yeah.
Exactly, because Matt, when you've beat the game, when you can solo an incursion. When you can solo an incursion,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've won the game. That's possible, though. There are people who have soloed incursions.
Well,
I imagine.
There was a 256 guy and in a pug challenge, that Queen's Tunnel one, the same one, he couldn't pull us through. So he must have just been a shitty player. Because we had him, we had a 206, I was a 196, I think, and then we had a guy that was like 103. So he was garbage, he wasn't going to be able to do anything. But that 256 guy was definitely tanking a lot of damage. We got to the last thing where it's the big, it's kind of like there's like 2 levels where you can walk around the edges and you can shoot down into the main area where there's like a radio tower or some shit like that, like a laptop.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And the snipers come out from the roof, or from the doors in the top. And, well, those shotgunners would just murder you anyways. But anyways, he quit there. He was like, this ain't going to work. So there's only so much you can do. Apparently, maybe even at that level, you just still need better. Better.
Yeah, I pugged a challenging, like a daily challenging story mission, and it was 255 guys and like a 240, and I don't think I fired a shot. I just ran behind them. I was like, oh, this is my kind of game. I love it. And they just went and wiped everything out, and I was just following behind, running. I got the loot. I was like, cool. That's my kind of game right there. I don't think I fired a shot the whole damn. I might have fired maybe 10 shots the whole damn. Everything was dead by the time I got to it.
Yeah, they were definitely stomping. That 256 was definitely stomping stuff. Yeah, when I played with one, I went into the dark zone, and that was a horrible experience. It was actually exactly what I expected, so it wasn't horrible. It just played out exactly the way I thought. I went in there.
I'm gonna wait till I get geared up to do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much hit. Basically, the reason I went in there is it was the last training mission I had to do. I had done everything else, all side missions. There was that one thing that was a training mission. What I'm saying is I'm hitting the wall of the end of the game pretty much, So all the things I can do are the search and destroys, the daily missions. When I did all the daily missions I can go back and do search and destroys, but that's kind of, gets really old because it's literally the same thing over and over. My daily challenges, I can do the hard solo, no problem, but the challenges I cannot do solo.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet, at least. And so the next thing to do was, let me do this, tutorial for the dark zone. How bad could it be? I was like, I have an idea. Let's find out if it turns out that way. So I went in there. All the enemies were 32 just right out the gate, and they immediately saw me like 2 blocks down, started shooting at me, and I was like, great. 2 sets of them, like cleaners, and then I think raiders, the riders, and I'm able to kill them. But, and in fact, I was taking them down, and then I had some gear, and I was like, oh, I can't do anything with this. And I was like, well, might as well just go to one of these, evacuation stations or whatever, and evac zone. So I went there, and there were some, NPCs. So I was fighting those guys. Came down to me and one NPC, and then I got hit from behind. A guy had somehow snuck up behind and melee hit me. How I didn't see him, I don't know. But I just know that I was on the ground. Then there was a guy standing there. I was like, okay. And then there were 3 other guys there too. I was like, all right, that's exactly what I expected.
Or NPCs?
Players. Oh, it's on the stream somewhere. It's on the stream from yesterday. One of those streams from yesterday. So I was like, well, that's about what I expected, to get jacked for, I guess, nothing, because the gear that I had was all shitty, and my gear, I think I only hit level 6 deal for the dark zone. So I was like, they're really just doing it because there's nothing you're going to get out of me that's worth anything, So I was like, yeah, that's about what I expected. People that are fucking stupid. I mean, on what are you going to do? Like, I pose any threat in any way, or that I actually have any gear that's worthwhile? Nah. It's just for the sake of killing somebody, that's all.
Yeah.
But I'm not delusional to think, like, why would they do that? They do that because that's what you do, you know? And if there were 4 of us, we might fucking kill somebody just for the sake of it too, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And that's what you do in PvP open world.
right.
When an MMO offers a PvP open world instance.
Yeah, personally, I would not fire first on anyone. I would leave people alone unless it looks like they're going to give me some shit. Well, that's you, and that's a lot of other people too, and that makes total sense. That's why it's dangerous, you know, because you don't know what you're going to get. You know, it's like, is this guy just fucking with me or not? Is he actually going to, you know? And the next thing you know, you're in it. So yeah, I was like, well, that's the end of that. So that was that. Went back to overworld mission type stuff. So yeah.
Well, that's what I hate about the high value target missions, because like last night, Janzer, especially if you're tired, you're not paying attention.
Oh yeah.
You have to worry about all the other open world little groups, you know, the Rikers or whatever that's going to flank you while you're doing your mission.
Yeah.
Very annoying. In the underground, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
We just happened to get into an HVT yesterday that the area was very active.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of LMB.
That's true.
And it had like rioters or cleaners that we needed to get out. But then each of the zones around us in every direction had randoms that were just there, like little they're guards or whatever.
Yes, just scrubs, scrub mobs.
But the problem is when they all attack at the same time, it's just, and your focus is one way.
Yeah,
it's just not good. So yeah, we tried doing one on that, and it was the harder ones though. It was just me and Cal on one of the hardest ones. So yeah, I think you get 25 Phoenix back from it or something like that.
Nice.
It didn't work.
We ended up doing it, but
no, we died. I ran out of time. Remember, you died inside,
that's true,
and then
we had to go back to a lower one.
Yeah, we ended up we didn't do the easy and the mediums, but it was also like 3 a.m. or something like that. So
right.
Yeah, you got to pay attention. So yeah, and that's our division talk.
Nice.
Gotta have the division talk. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to. This is my Overwatch bitching talk session. So
I'll get some coffee.
If you guys don't mind for
do it.
Yeah. So so since October started, I've leveled up 13 times, got 13 loot boxes. Not one of them has had a Halloween skin in it. All I've gotten have fucking sprays and duplicates of those sprays.
Okay, are they telling you that there's going to be a Halloween skin in there?
No, yes they are. These are the specific Halloween loot boxes where you get Halloween items.
These are the Halloween loot boxes, and you've opened 13, and you haven't gotten anything Halloween yet.
Oh, I've gotten Halloween stuff. It's just been Halloween sprays and player icons. No skins. Absolutely no skins.
That's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. The Halloween event is almost over. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time to get these skins, else they may be gone forever, or I have to wait till next Halloween. You don't know. You don't know with this stuff since it's time limited. So I'm going to have to spend money. I'm going to have to spend like $5-10, get 5 or 10 loot crates, and freaking pray.
I mean,
that
you don't have to.
You don't screw that, gamer.
For a skin.
I know I don't have to, but
for a skin,
I really want those skins.
Let me tell you what you do, okay? You sit down at your gaming computer, and you go to the control panel and you delete the fucking game. All right,
wow,
that's what you do. Fuck Overwatch.
Yeah, honestly, like. I think I may make a video about this. Like, Overwatch, like, I can't deny that it's a good game, but the more I play it, the more I just have less fun, because I have matches where I do really, really well. Like, really fun, really good matches. Like, damn, I played good, that was a good match, and after an hour of leveling up and winning matches, I'm rewarded with jack shit. I play any other game, and I can have good matches where I feel good and I have fun, and I am genuinely rewarded for that time and effort. Overwatch, I can put in 1-2 hours, get absolutely nothing from the session. Yes,
life is too short to play Overwatch. There you.
Again, the game's fun. The game's good. Like I can't deny that. I can't deny that I have fun playing Overwatch, but I could be playing Overwatch and getting and earning nothing, like progressing in nothing, or I could be playing Doom or Battleborn or any other
Gears of War
game
4?
that. Yeah, what?
Gears of War 4?
Yeah. Like, I could be playing any other game, having good, fun matches, and still earning stuff through the progression system. So that's my Overwatch rant for that. I'm starting to lose faith in the game.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh.
And
I wouldn't spend any real money on it though.
Skins, man.
Why don't you do a video where you're opening the loot crates and kind of like Biblical Reaper?
I
got it.
God, why?
Yes. I got it in. Yes.
Okay, well, Count, should we make this a drinking game on the cast where every time
please,
you mention
that sounds
it,
better
everyone
to
takes
me.
a drink?
Everyone take a drink of your own urine every time you hear that name.
What? What? Why does me talking about Biblical Reaper trigger you, Janser?
Because he's not giving me any money, and he's garbage to begin with. And if he's going to be garbage and ask people for money, I can be garbage and ask him for residuals as well. I'm a voice actor, okay? I need to get on his channel. I need to get on his channel.
There you do.
We need B3 on the channel.
Piglical Reaper. That's what one guy calls him.
Oh, God.
But anyway.
In better gaming news, much better gaming news, and reason you guys should get into Doom. Doom had its 4th free content update this week. It added arcade mode to the single-player campaign, added 2 free new multiplayer game modes to the multiplayer, and a massive butt-ton of new stuff to Snap Map.
A massive butt? All right.
Okay, but I got Doom for the just the campaign. I don't really like the multiplayer in Doom that much. So
I get that.
Until they add to the actual story.
Well, they kind of have arcade mode.
But...
They kind of have arcade mode count. Like, arcade mode is a blast.
But does it continue with the story?
It doesn't continue the story.
Okay, there you go.
But it does mix up the gameplay. It has you replay the story missions, but in a completely new way. It speeds up the gameplay. It adds score multipliers. It adds new collectibles. It gives you absolutely all the weapon and character upgrades from the start, from the beginning. And with arcade mode, your goal at the game is to get the highest score possible. And you get a high score by killing a fuck ton of demons, killing them quickly, and killing them in a variety of ways to build up a score multiplier. And you can also, again, there's brand new special collectibles. There's this new kind of explosive. There are these new big, giant, glowing explosive placed around the maps. When exploded, not only multiply your score, kill demons, but drop even more collectibles to increase your score. I'm loving arcade mode. It's a brand new, awesome way to experience Doom. Like, the gameplay was already fast. Arcade mode takes it up a few dozen notches, where you're trying to get through the level as quickly as possible, kill demons as quickly as possible in a variety of ways to build up that score multiplier and earn rewards. It's really cool, really fun.
That sounds something you're interested in, Janser?
No, I don't remember half of what he said. I think that it's good because you have that perspective, and that's why you're here, Gamertron.
That's cool.
Because Count thinks certain things, I think certain things, and you think other things. So,
Well, even though you guys aren't into the multiplayer, the 2 new multiplayer
I played some of it. I had a good time, but I don't see myself playing much of it. I'm trash for that mode now. I don't have I don't have the ability to be as quick as some. I'd have to really train, and I'm just garbage at it right now.
I'm an old ass. Yeah, I remember. I'm an old ass man. The fucking eyesight's gone. Reflexes are shot. I can't really pay attention more than 20 seconds.
About the eyesight.
I've got the fucking attention span of a goddamn cucumber. So yeah,
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
Sea cucumber. How about that?
Okay, well, Count about the eyesight thing. Your eyesight is obviously perfectly fine. I mean, look at your wife. You obviously have amazing taste.
What?
So your eyesight's perfectly fine.
What are you saying about my wife?
I'm complimenting you, you dumbass.
How have you seen my wife?
She usually comes up in the podcast once or every podcast. So.
What do you mean, how have I seen your wife? Webcam.
Are you on her Facebook?
What are you talking about, webcam, dude?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I made one video with my wife. Yeah, she's at a wedding right now. I think she's getting drunk. I hope she doesn't get a DUI.
What the?
What?
It's true. That'd cost you money. The Nintendo.
exactly.
Did either one of you follow or listen to or read about anything about the Nintendo Switch?
I did look
The
at
portable.
people bitching about the Nintendo Switch. Yes.
What? What's there to bitch about? It's not even out yet.
Because that's the standard. Anyways, we'll just
Really?
expect that
Really,
bitching is
Tron?
going to always happen.
It has to be out to bitch about it on YouTube now. Where have you been?
And there's probably some valid
Reality.
things behind it. Like one thing that I read was the fact that who really actually needs this? You know,
Yeah.
it's just another mobile gaming platform. But
Exactly.
they're trying to produce ways that it could be used that are just counter to what it's like. One of them was like, well, you use it during gaming tournaments. No, you wouldn't. You would use a big monitor that you can actually see off of.
Exactly.
So,
Why are they trying this? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Make a better gaming.
Yeah.
Come on.
We
Just
don't
make
know
a
how
better
this is going to
console.
Hey, maybe this is going to be the thing that Nintendo kicks off a new way people do consoles, a combination of at-home consoles and mobile. Like this could be the start of a new trend in the industry.
The problem
you never
is
know.
they didn't wrap it up with Pokemon. Otherwise, they would have had some good excitement. If they had done that, then it would have been okay. But or Link, they got to use their iconic, gaming.
Oh yeah, they are.
characters.
Like there's a brand new exclusive Zelda game coming to the Switch.
Well, just put Pokemon inside of Zelda, and you'll totally be fine. And not in that way.
Oh god, why?
We've already got one of
thinking-
those
Oh,
over snatch videos
That's-
out there. We
that's
don't need
hilarious.
another.
Oh
We
my
don't need
lord,
another. Okay.
are we really going there?
Well, we don't have to. I mean, we already did the last podcast
Already
or the one
done.
before. Yeah. Just saying what needs to be said.
I'm with Graham. I haven't given a shit about Nintendo since the Nintendo 64.
I never cared about the Super Nintendo. I played the Nintendo.
Okay,
that was
guys,
it.
but I gotta ask you guys from a technical point of view, like looking at this thing, like you've used other consoles, you've played with other gaming products, you've seen other gaming products, like just first impressions of the Switch, like from a console perspective, like does it look like it could run games well, that you could have fun playing games on this thing?
Shrug.
Oh.
I don't know. I play PC,
There's my answer.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, same
That's in the
here,
wrong
I-
person.
Look, no, I'm a PC gamer too. I don't care
Okay,
about the Switch.
fair
I'm
enough.
just trying to be
I will
open-minded.
be open-minded and look at this from the limited information that I have, which is it seems like an
my
expensive
fat ass
thing.
Doesn't care about mobile.
It seems like an expensive thing for a market
Yeah.
that doesn't want big. They want handheld, not what this thing is, which is more than just handheld. Seems like a bit much. It's trying to cross over, from just being a console to a mobile console. And I think that, back when people used to do LAN parties with their PCs, that used to be a thing. Maybe that would have fit in during that time period, But I know Nintendo's whole thing is they like couch co-op. That's, they love that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
They think that that's the way the multiplayer should be done. But
Well, they're trying to be the console version of the Nvidia Shield, aren't they?
yeah,
Did the Nvidia
maybe
Shield ever go over well? I mean,
no,
is
but
that-
Nvidia's not really known for that kind of stuff. They don't have the reach either. So maybe 10-year-olds would really like the Nintendo Switch, I'm going over to my friend's house, ma'am, and we'll play
yeah, we're gonna sit
Splatoon
around, and then they end up watching porn all day instead
on
of
their
playing
Nintendo
Oh,
Switch.
gosh.
I mean, come what? It's
On their
reality.
Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Never bring up kids and porn in the same sentence.
Well, Rooster Teeth can do it,
What,
so I don't know why we
14-year-olders
can't.
don't watch porn, really?
Rooster
That's
Teeth
not what
can
I
title
said.
their podcast "Dicks Out for Kids."
Yeah,
Then I
Dicks
think
Out
that
for
we're
Kids.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
coming
saying,
from one of
when I
their
was
high-level
14,
people.
We had we didn't have the Playboy channel, but if you just messed with the antenna right when I was like 13 years old, you could kind of get the Playboy channel, and we're talking early 80s here, okay? We could kind of get the Playboy channel to come in like all staticky and shit. We spent
Squiggle vision.
hours fucking with those, that's the rabbit ear shit. We were like, we had a coordinated team. Like, you stand over in the corner there with
Wow,
the
you
fucking
guys
tinfoil.
were bored.
Oh,
But a lot of kids are, so.
at night, man, after we got done skateboarding and riding our BMX bikes, we wanted to see some Playboy, the Playboy channel. But
Wait,
damn.
you looked at naked women with other guys around you?
Where have you been? What?
Shadow Warrior 2 is going to be getting
years old, Tron.
free updates.
Oh my god.
Shadow Warrior 2 is going to be getting free updates, new missions, modes, weapons. I didn't look into the full details of that. I just think it's amazing that that's going to happen because the game's pretty new still.
Yeah, they're already talking about bringing a bunch of new content.
Yeah. So, and I haven't even finished playing that game because I had too many things going on to get back into trying to play games during the day a whole lot. I got to, on Friday, I got to play some games. I was trying to test out the stream for this and also for the Extra Life thing that I'm going to be doing. So,
yeah.
But
have you told people about on the cast? Like, have you told the listeners about the extra life,
extra knife for kids? That's correct. So, no, I mean, I think I did on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Extra Life. I believe it's going to be November. I don't have that date in front of me. November. God damn it, dog! He's barking at everything today.
He's trying to remind you of the date.
It's like November 5th, maybe, or something like that. I have to go back and look at that. But yeah, I know I put on Twitter, and so that's like a 24-hour event, whatever. And I think Graham just did one for like 12 hours.
Spooky. He did the spooky one, and he raised over $1,000. I think he raised $1,000.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say all of that. Yep.
Yeah.
He did 1,000 in 12 hours. I am trying to do 224 because I'm a scrub. So, yeah, I put that out, out there. And what's really interesting is the people that have donated are all gamers. Like, I put this on my personal.
When are you doing yours, Janzer? The 5th?
I put this on. I'm doing the official day, whenever the official day is, which I'll have to go and look now because. Let me take a look. I put this on my actual personal Facebook as well, and I know a lot of people. I know people that do, volunteer, all that stuff, right? And the only people that actually donated were gamers. Pretty telling, Let's see here. It is on November 5th, Saturday, November 5th. Yep. So, I thought that was interesting. Not only that, but I also know like two of the people that did donations were people that are not even. I know that they don't have this excess wealth of money. They're not right. These kind of gamer. They're not some of the people that I know in my personal life that will give to, like, let's say a church or whatever. Because I think games still have, the point is I think games still have that stigma of like, it's a waste of time. And I'm like, do you understand what this is for? This is not
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's a bit more than what they think.
Okay,
that's why I'm pushing it.
Fucking Joel Osteen so he can whiten his teeth more, get another fucking mink coat and more blue velvet carpet for his fucking office. That's worthwhile. Really?
What are you talking about?
That scam artist.
He's talking about some kind of like televangelist stuff. Yeah. I didn't mean even that bad. I just meant like they find other things to be valuable to do or to even promote. Like the other thing, my other spin on this was like, it's fine if you can't actually donate any money. That's actually perfectly fine. But what you can do is share this, that this is going on, because that sometimes is more valuable than the money alone, because without that, coverage, then no one knows. So, and I actually didn't get very many shares either. I was like, wow, from people in my that I'm connected to in professional and school life, that kind of stuff. I was like, wow, the ones that did were gamers. So thank you, fucking gamers, for being hardcore motherfuckers out there. They're awesome.
But listen, Janzer.
Yeah,
you're doing this November 5th. What day is that?
It's a Saturday.
Okay, this is what I'm going to commit to you right now. I'm putting this on the air. Okay. For every hour you stream Marvel Heroes.
Oh God, no! Don't, no! Please don't finish this. No! Don't.
Stream Marvel Heroes Christ, to the charity.
Oh my God! Why can't you pick a game that I like The Division? I was planning on doing The Division.
No, that's too easy.
I don't care.
There's got to be some suffering in it for you.
The suffering is having to stay awake and
you have to play Luke Cage. You have to play the Luke Cage.
God.
But I hereby, and I'm going to put Janzer on the
garbage.
spot, $10 per hour for every hour you stream Marvel Heroes.
You know what? If people that are not in our B3 community ask me for that, then okay. But that's another thing that it's, it's like
Well,
our
my money's
reach
no
is,
good to you.
our reach is not getting very far. It's about reach. We need more like coverage. We need more spread, so to speak. We need demand spread across the universe here. So,
Well, I would.
I'm trying
that's
to
my commitment to you.
I'm trying to merge the gaming, like the gaming world that I have with my personal life that people, just where web development, all the professional stuff, because I don't think that they still don't take gaming seriously in any way, shape, or form, even though it makes billions of dollars. And, you have an industry that's trying to, create benefits for the voice actor. Everything that goes on. It's interesting. It's interesting. So,
Grammaton Dryad is already he's already upped it.
That's
let me tell
bullshit.
You, 2 hours of streaming Marvel Heroes, and you can't just sit in the hub.
I didn't say I couldn't. I said it's bullshit. So
look how you will almost make. You'll make half your goal almost. Or you'll make a third of your goal just doing 2 hours. I'll give you $20 if you stream 2 hours of Marvel Heroes.
Oh God, man, I'm not even gonna.
This
Let's move on.
No, this
so
is perfect.
Okay.
Man, this is
all right.
This is gold. This is podcast gold.
I'm
Marvel
literally.
Heroes is
I've
a
got
great
nothing
game,
to say because that is not something that I want to
Grindhead
do in
Jim
any
just
way,
broke
shape,
it
or
down 6 cents per minute of misery.
And it would be misery.
Oh, come on. That's a great game.
I hate to say my true thoughts about the game, but because you love it so much,
All
but
right.
it doesn't
Go
look
ahead.
like enjoyable in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Dang.
But
Coming from an old Diablo player, really?
well,
Okay.
that was back when
Jansen.
that game was around and the thing, but that's not the
you
top
can play
level
the thing.
anymore.
You can unlock the
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
10 grand.
Red Dead Redemption 2 got
Yeah,
announced
that was,
as
that's
being
another thing off my list.
an actual thing that's going to
Yeah.
happen because it got teased initially and then they
Rockstar.
finally announced that it's gonna be a thing. But I don't think anybody saw that and thought that it wasn't gonna actually happen.
You never know. You never know. Like there were suspicions. Like people have been asking, like, "Hey, Rockstar, can you at least give us some sort of confirmation that there's going to be a sequel to this?" Because we haven't heard a peep about a new Red Dead game since Redemption, and that was in 2010, I believe. It was 2010, right when Red Dead Redemption came out. Yeah.
Okay, so have both of y'all played that series?
It's
I
not
have
on
not.
PC, so I can't.
Yeah, I have not.
Yeah, neither have I. I haven't played it.
Ah, damn it! I was hoping that was
Sorry.
a story on my list. I was hoping one of you had played it,
No.
so you could talk
A
about.
buddy of mine at work played it. He loved it.
Yeah,
Absolutely loved
I've
it.
heard
yeah.
various
No, I haven't
things.
played it.
I've heard people say that it was hard to get through because it's a really long game.
Yeah.
But
I hear nothing but good things. Like I have several friends who've played Red Dead Redemption, like those who play on consoles. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. I've never
Coming
heard
to the
anyone
PC,
speak
though,
ill of
isn't
this
it?
game.
Is it coming to the PC?
No, which shocks me because
I thought they said that it
Rockstar-
was going to, but that it was gonna be last the same way they
okay.
did GTA.
which is weird
That
because
is weird.
they've put every other GTA game on PC.
Well-
they've put their other games on PC. Red Dead Redemption has never seen a PC release, never been hinted at a PC
I could
release.
be, and so I could be totally wrong that it's going to be last. But I did hear a podcast talking about it, and so I was like, huh. But that's one thing that I've stood by is I would never buy GTA 5 because the fact that they put PC last, and the reasoning that I had behind that was, well, fuck them because it started on PC. It did not
Yes,
start
it
on
did.
console.
Right.
And they did that flip around for whatever reason they did, business marketing. But that's a big fuck you to everyone that got them where they are, which are all PC gamers.
And
We're,
they never put that game on special. Like they never have a discount on that game. That
because
I've
they
ever
hate
seen.
doing
I
that
could
with
be
console
wrong,
games.
but yeah,
No,
it's
you're right.
bullshit.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about console games, but they hate putting them on fucking sale.
Oh, you're
just-
exactly right.
Yeah, that's why I love
they
PC.
maybe they have some sort of agreement with Sony
My-
or Microsoft that they can't do that with that game or something. I have no idea. I mean, I'm just speculating, but I've never seen that game because that's a game I'd like to have, but I don't want to pay $60 for it.
Yeah, that's especially after years gone past.
Right?
Get the fuck
exactly.
out of here with that shit.
Yeah, it's been out since 2014 or whatever.
Yeah. That's probably one of the big reasons why I don't like owning a console when I do have one is that the games are so goddamn expensive, and you're pretty much stuck with it. PC, there's such a world of stuff. Or though there is trash on the console as well that you can get for free or like $2 or whatever it is on their networks. I don't want to get too far into console talk. I don't really own one, so can't really speak for it.
Console.
I haven't been on my console. I haven't been on my PlayStation in
Shut up, Gamer John.
weeks. Ever since I got the Division. Ever since I got my new rig, I really haven't. My PS4 is just collecting dust, basically. Even with the new Destiny. Even with the new
come
Destiny.
To the dark side, the mask race. Yes.
Oh, whatever. I've always played on PC.
Yeah.
It was always like a 50-50 split. And now it's like 90-10.
Was probably born into the world of games through like whatever Atari system, the 2600 maybe, that had like the tank that you could, and then the airplane, the war game that had like a few different modes in it. It was like a tank with walls, and you would have to shoot the other tank. And then there was like a airplane that you would chase the other airplane around the screen and just go from left to right.
Remember the game Adventure, where you found the secret hiding spot for the little little dot thing and the dragon? They had the different colored dragons.
I don't know, because I remember when I played it, I wasn't even in kindergarten, so
I was like 13 when that came out.
Jeez, yeah.
Yep. Atari 2600 and Playboy.
Combat. There you go. Thanks, Granite Jim. Combat. Yes, I played that when I was probably like 3 or something like that. Who knows? How I remember? I don't. You know why I remember? Because I've told this story before. Because I was playing against like kids that were probably like you count 13 or something like that, and they were just curb stomping me, and it pissed me off. That's when the anger started. That's when the salt for games began. Yeah.
I remember when Activision changed the game, like Atari 2600. It's like the new Activision games at the time, like Pitfall. Mm-hmm. They were like the new graphics.
Yeah,
like,
Pitfall.
Oh my god, like they were like the new gen.
Oh yeah,
cartridges that came out. Now
Oh man, when Activision had a soul.
Yeah, back in the day when Activision was actually, halfway decent.
Yeah, they didn't fuck things up. Well, the longer a company stands around, the longer chance that it gets to have to screw things up.
Oh, yeah.
And they made
it just like that Batman quote. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The Gamertron.
Oh, I thought they were talking about, what's his name? The George Lucas. Okay.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Kind of funny how that all worked out with George Lucas.
Yeah, speaking of George Lucas, Donald Glover cast as Lando Calrissian in young Han Solo movie.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
But I don't know who the fuck Donald Glover is, so I had to look him up.
Yeah, I had to look him up, too. Yeah.
Childish Gambino. I know him as that. I didn't know it was the same dude. So you guys have, like, I think you've brought up Donald Glover, the name before, and I'm like, who?
I brought this
Danny
up
Glover's
like
son, or what?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So... But, no, I've heard of
I
Childish
just want to
Gambino.
see, I know I said this before, I just want to see the scene where they have the card game for the Millennium Falcon. You know what I mean? That would be cool. That would be something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess this was just in articles because it was an actual hard confirmation or something.
These actors playing these roles, these new young actors playing like Lando Calrissian and Han Solo, they have a lot to live up to. They have some big shoes to fill.
Let's hope they do better than Hayden Christensen or whatever. I mean, he didn't have really anything to live up to, but God, that was a disaster.
Well,
that's such a
technically
disaster.
He did count. He was fucking Darth Vader.
He was fucking Darth Vader? Wow.
He was fucking
Where was that
Portman,
movie?
But...
Oh my, God damn it.
That's some real Star Wars porn for you.
Wow.
Oh dear God.
34 to the max. All right.
Oh dear God.
I just hate Hayden Christensen, man.
Hayden Christensen?
I don't hate him, but I mean,
was that the kid that played?
No, that was Jake Lloyd that played the young Anakin.
Okay. Hayden Christensen is the guy who played, Luke. I mean, Darth Vader.
Older
Anakin. Yeah, Anakin. There you go. Right. God, I think I tried to purge his name from my mind or something.
Yeah, he's so bad. He is so bad. I mean,
yeah, I don't even know where to begin there. But I did see that apparently Deadpool 2 lost its director, Tim Miller.
Tim Miller and Ryan Reynolds.
Shit.
Yeah, Tim Miller and Ryan Reynolds have had creative differences starting Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And it's such a damn shame. I saw this. My heart sank when I saw this. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be a disaster, but
that's not good.
Ryan Reynolds they both. I don't know. I mean, I know Ryan Reynolds is the reason why the first Deadpool, got off the ground and actually got produced.
Right.
But Tim Miller, I guess, had a big play in that, and it's a damn shame that they can't. I mean, what creative differences are they talking about? Like,
hard to say.
I wish I knew more specific about it, but
yeah,
it's probably not, you know what? Someone probably slept with someone's wife. That's probably what happened.
Is that what it always is?
Well, damn. I mean, if Tim Miller actually slept with Blake Lively, then that would be worth getting kicked off the goddamn.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been just a creative difference there. Yeah, that's.
I hope it wasn't for the casting or something. I just don't know, but yeah, it doesn't bode well.
It's probably control. It's always about control, man.
Yeah, when something gets that big, power corrupts. Absolutely. So.
Well, I don't even know if it's that, but it's just. I think it really does get complicated the larger a project is, with who's going to direct it, and he is literally the director. But how can Ryan Reynolds not feel responsible for that when he puts so much in it as well?
Of course,
So that's a difficult thing. Granted, is another director going to do as well? No, he's going to do a different job. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a different thing.
Well, will the other director? I'm sure that Ryan Reynolds wants to have a more hands-on. He just like it was a collaboration between actor and director on the first one. Maybe that's Tim Miller was like, well, maybe he took offense to that after it's all said and done. A lot of directors don't want their actors collaborating, so maybe that's what happened. But the next guy, he's going to have to come in and share the spotlight with Ryan Reynolds as far as the production, because Ryan Reynolds is a producer. Yeah. He's an executive producer on the show. They're going to
bring in someone that they can control.
Exactly.
I've seen this.
They're going to bring in a yes man, basically.
I've seen this literally in projects that I've done.
Oh, yeah.
I've even had conversations where people wanted to put me in place of someone else that was running a project for like 5 different large institutions that we were doing a project for. I got to keep everything like just say project. And but we were midway through. I think just about anyone can tell you that would be probably one of the stupidest things to do, unless that person was just burning everything to the ground. That person was not burning everything to the ground, but there were people in that organization that were trying to get their own way, trying to direct things, even though they had no call to in any way, shape, or form. So shit always goes down, man. Drama always happens. Egos are everywhere. People always want to get a part of something to feel like they're doing something. It's like, no, get out of there. I told those people that they would be stupid. I mean, I literally told them, you want to take this person out that's been to every client meeting, that has had no one that's going to have that knowledge that they have in their head about the vision. That's what a director does. They have the vision for everything. You're dumb, and I'm not going to take that. I could. It'd look great for me, title-wise. It'd look great, but I would be stepping into a big pile of bullshit with missing information.
But it could also be that Tim Miller isn't interested in doing it because I guess he's already attached to another project. So
yeah, could be.
It could be. And of course they said, well, it's an amicable split. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they always say that. They say that about every Hollywood divorce and everything like that. But
they said it was an amicable connection with Fox still, I think is what the article said. That's why he's working on that other movie.
Yeah, he's working on another.
Directors are very well known to do, they're going to do a project, they have another one lined or whatever. I think that they might just be saying, oh, he's working on this. Nothing's probably happening on that other one yet, but now that he's free, now he's working on that. So I think, I really think it was probably just one of those things where it's like, they just butted heads probably, on who's going to do
maybe it was over the casting of Cable. Maybe Ryan Reynolds wanted Dolph Lundgren and maybe Tim Miller wanted
do you remember who they casted for Domino?
Oh, Domino's going to be in the Deadpool too?
Apparently. I saw a name and then it slipped my mind.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Good thing I have internet. Domino.
Oh, we can Google
casting.
It.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now since it says casting shortlist for Domino revealed. Oh, okay.
Oh, short list.
Yeah,
okay.
they don't have to actually have somebody set for it. Yeah.
Blake Lively as Domino. Oh my god.
Probably.
That would be terrible.
Probably.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
I don't know who that person is, but if it's the wife of the Ryan Reynolds, then I would see that happening. Is she an actress?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blake Lively.
I thought it was a dude.
Sienna Miller would be good. Sienna Miller would be a good. I see her on the list. She played the Baroness in GI Joe movie.
Oh,
with the black, they made her hair black and everything.
Yes.
She would be good.
With the black hair, she looks hot, and with blonde hair, she just looks like another blonde chick to me. But,
well, that's a interesting statement right there.
It's about contrast. I like high contrast. So
I would definitely go for Sienna Miller as good actress too. So I would definitely go for.
Well,
her
are we
as
talking
Domino.
about acting skills or bone ability?
Well, they go hand in hand sometimes, but yeah, I mean, she's got I mean, Domino's not really.
You know who
known
it's going to
for
be,
being
right?
A hot character, super hot character, but she is kind of like the Baroness a little bit. You know,
it's going to be Scarlett Johansson. I don't know why you're.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
She's playing everything. That's all it's going to be. You know, so
Scarlett Johansson is fucking Domino. I would just.
She's just they were just going to put her in every role.
Too much.
That's why.
Yeah. I mean, she's the Black Widow. Domino is. She's not really like the Black Widow. A little bit. Yeah, she's a little like the Black Widow.
I remember her Domino from the comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are my talking points. So if y'all want to take it.
Well, here's the thing, Janser. Like, most of your talking points was the shit on my list. So
Good.
Me too.
Awesome. And
Yeah,
that filled out really well.
Yeah, we kind of overlapped our.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know what would be who would be a good Domino just to bring Selma Blair.
Selma Blair. Okay. Yeah.
From Hellboy.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? The Black.
I could absolutely see that
That
happening.
would be.
Yeah.
She would, but she is kind of getting old in Hollywood standards. Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, well, fuck Hollywood standards.
But she might be a decent Domino.
Okay, all right. So
since
since you're saying that, Gamertron, Helen Mirren, then fine. There you go.
Helen Mirren for Domino.
Yeah. There you go.
Helen Mirren was hot back in the day, dude.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
back in
wait,
the day.
What? Yeah. Hey, what?
In the 60s.
I plead the fifth.
All right.
He might not know who that is.
Well, I do. I guess I have one other thing I can talk about, and that's Titanfall 2 comes out this Friday.
Yep.
Yeah,
the wait is almost over.
Did you see Frothy Omen put out like 50 goddamn videos in one day?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
You had access
that YouTube
to,
whore.
Stagger them out, will you? Dude, come on. Flooded my damn, I was like, come on. We're like, fuck, man. I'm not going to watch all this shit.
Well, it's not shit, I guarantee you. I watched all of it, and I am perfectly prepared for Titanfall multiplayer. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of see what they've done in terms of, like, what they're changing from Titanfall 1 to 2, is that in 2, they're taking out, they're making things less luck-based, less random, and a lot more skill-based, a lot more player-controlled. Because in the first Titanfall, when you had random stuff in the environment, such as turrets, and you had of course the AI minions and stuff like that.
Right.
There was this unpredictability to matches, this chaos, this uncontrollable chaos, which at times could lead to frustrating deaths. Like, you're going on a great kill streak, you're doing really well in the match, and then all of a sudden a Spectre just melees you from behind while you were having a ball shotgun guys in the back.
AI really wasn't that bad for me. Like, I liked the AI in the matches because it meant I could kill something.
I like the AI too. I absolutely, Gender, don't get me wrong. But in objective-based game modes like Capture the Flag and Hardpoint, where you're trying to run those objectives and worry about other players doing the objective, when you add the AI into the mix of it, like, it makes it less skill-based because the minions can capture the flag, they can capture the points. So, like, there's this, again, that uncontrolled chaos. So by removing the minions from half of the game modes and restricting them to other game modes, it means that those players that are looking for a more competitive gameplay experience can play those game modes and not have to worry about the bots, while people who want a more original, nostalgic Titanfall feel can play the game modes like Attrition and Bounty Hunt, which do have the AI bots. So what I see what Respawn's doing here. They're trying to play all the fields, trying to appeal to as many people as possible, but in a reasonable way that doesn't entirely compromise like the core of what makes Titanfall fun, while at the same time making it so that players old and new are able to get into the game and build up skill in the game, become skillful at the game. Like a casual player can still get in it, have fun, and do well. But those who master the mechanics and master all the little new nuances that will be in Titanfall 2, like they will earn the top spot on the leaderboard.
So, are we actually hearing a Gamertron that is pro no bots?
Well, not no bots. No. When I say bots, I mean bots that replace players.
Mm-hmm.
Bots that replace players. I'm hoping that there's bot modes. Like, you can play private matches offline, play this stuff with bots. I'm hoping that's an option. Like, I'm talking about specifically AI minions. The AI minions, they're like kind of a different factor.
Yeah.
And I'm for game modes not having them. I'm just for having offline modes in general.
Yeah.
But
I don't really know what the difference is if a bot captures a flag or a human does.
Well, because then because if a bot captures the flag and a human doesn't, because I don't have a script in front of me, so I got to build this all up.
I think I get the
on
idea now that you stumbled around there. If a bot is capturing the flag, people might not and just kill, and that's all they're doing, rather than trying to achieve the goal. But as far as the randomness is concerned, I never really got killed by bots randomly in PvP in Titanfall 2. I got killed by humans that would be around behind spawn zones, or humans can travel so much faster than bots.
Oh, yes.
They were the ones that provided the level of unpredictability. I could pretty much predict how the bots were going to be in Titanfall because they're not like the Division AI.
Oh, yes.
Could you imagine the Division AI in Titanfall? Oh
Jesus
my God.
Christ.
Oh my God.
We'll see how
things
they are
actually
in the
taking
campaign.
cover, and not only that, but getting out of your line of sight every chance that they get. You know how many times I've chased an AI around a container? I'm like, this is like chasing a fucking 5-year-old. Get over here, goddammit!
Yeah.
Just stand still so I can shoot you. Oh my God.
Well, we'll see in Titanfall 2 with that single-player campaign. Oh, man. They released the final trailer for the campaign, and god damn it, it just looks so good. And in a recent interview with Vince Zampella, he even stated that the reason, like the real reason, at least coming from him, that they didn't have a single-player campaign in the first Titanfall is that they didn't have the mechanics down right. They were building this game from the ground up. They built it as a multiplayer game from the ground up, and they didn't want to tack on a single player with these mechanics that they had not yet mastered.
That's responsible.
Now that with the sequel, and they have something to work with, they can now expand upon that and try new things with that, which is what they're doing with the campaign. And it looks so good. It looks so good. The campaign looks so good.
I think that's responsible, and if they had put out that single player, it would have damaged them a lot. So, I think they were kind of screwed either way, and they took one of the lesser of the two evils, because the worst one would be, let's actively work on something that's going to be something not up to standard and release it out there just because people want it. That would have been the worst. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Sorry.
So,
yeah.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to the next podcast, guys, because next podcast, I will have played Titanfall 2.
Sweet.
And, oh, man.
I pre-ordered.
So
Awesome.
So close.
How are the pre-order sales doing, Gamertron?
Pre-order sales? I haven't looked at them. I haven't looked at them. All I know is that I'm going to be very happy with my pre-order. I don't know if I've mentioned this on a podcast, but they added more stuff to the deluxe edition. Like, if you pre-order the deluxe edition, you're getting a ton of stuff, including exclusive cosmetics for the Scorch and Ion Titans.
Yeah.
So are you dead set on you're gonna like this game no matter what? I mean,
Not really. I'm not dead set on liking any game. I just know that I like what I see. It's the same thing with Doom.
I get it.
I was super excited for Doom because I liked what I see. And the same thing with Titanfall. I like what I see.
Yeah.
I'm not building up here's the thing about me count. Like, other people, they make expectations and assumptions of what games are going to be. I get excited for games for what they are going to be. I was
think
excited.
you probably make some assumptions. I don't see that you can't, but I think that the thing is you probably
everyone
don't
does.
put like an extreme amount of unreasonable, like an unreasonable hyperbolic level of weight on something that hasn't shown itself to be. You know, that's where people get in trouble when they're like, man, I'm going to go out with this blind date that I've heard and I've seen a picture about, whatever. And then it turns out that she opens her mouth and it smells like a garbage disposal, you know? So you never know, you know, but you're putting all these expectations on something that doesn't, not you, but people, gamers do that. It's very immature and it makes sense why gamers would do it because a lot of them are not, you know, super mature, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. But, yeah.
Here's my final question to you guys.
Oh boy, okay.
Have you purchased the Titanfall 2 Mountain Dew Mango Heat Flavor Edition to get your code to unlock 2 times XP and early access to the Coliseum?
Honestly,
and an exclusive Ion Titan. Don't interrupt me. And your exclusive Ion Titan war paint.
Oh, damn. But no nose art? What about the nose art?
Don't interrupt me. I'm looking at my Mountain Dew code as we speak, buddy. I got my fuel.
Can you provide a link to that picture on Twitter, please, at some point?
I'm not posting that.
What? Come on!
You steal my code.
What? You said you were going to show it. No, just the packaging. I want to see what Mango Heat looks like, you know.
Because I can't snap a picture. My game show has control of my webcam.
Mango Heat, honestly, it sounds like a male Puerto Rican stripper. I'm not. I'm just saying. You know.
Hey, wait a second. You're the one that went off on me for saying Filipino hookers, and now you're talking about
You opened the door. You opened the door.
Strippers.
Well, at least I'm Hispanic, and that's somewhere I can talk shit about an entire range of...
Hashtag hypocrite Janser.
No, I've mentioned before that I think that if you're of that race, you can talk shit about your own race. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I'm in the realm of Hispania.
Oh, you're in a realm of a Puerto Rican.
Exactly.
Well, I'm in the realm of
People have called me it, so I can say what I want.
I think my great granddad got with a Filipino prostitute one.
Yeah,
that gives me.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you, Janzer, but I'll answer your question, Count. I don't have it, but I wish I did. The thing is that kind of like special promotion stuff that doesn't happen here in Canada. Like all the time, there's gaming promotion for certain things. We here in Canada, we never get that shit.
Hey, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to go buy a 12-pack, and I'm going to give you the code, buddy.
I'll
give
you should give him a can. Mail it to him.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, that ain't going to happen.
Shipping and handling.
Actually,
fine,
Count will probably be up in Canada by that time. So
yeah, that's true.
Our new emperor, Trump, will be in office. So.
Oh, God.
I got my Titanfall 2.
All right.
Awesome, man. Oh, shoot. Oh, Titanfall.
That garish life.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, garish,
That garish thug life.
Better not suck.
So does it come with nose art or not? That's what I want to know. That code.
Which one?
Does it have nose art as well, or is it just face paint or whatever?
You get an exclusive Ion war paint. Ion that's only exclusive to the Mountain Dew shit. It probably has like a Mountain Dew logo on it or something stupid. Shameless advertising.
Fair enough.
But the double XP and the early access to the Coliseum mode, that's nice. That's nice.
Shit right there, yeah. Mango Heat, baby.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question, Jens, about what you said earlier. So, because someone called you Puerto Rican, you're allowed to talk shit about Puerto Rican.
Sure.
Is that
yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm thinking about is the SNL skit with Chris Kattan, where he would always play like some Puerto Rican or Hispanic type of dude that whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And he always wore like some short shorts and like a open top that was tied off. He literally played like a male Puerto Rican prostitute or something like that. So that's what I'm referencing.
What was the name of that
And it
character?
had something to do with, I think he called him Mango. I think that's the reason
Yeah,
why.
it was Mango. Yeah,
No, this is
right.
Mango.
Right.
Yeah, it was Mango.
This is Mango. Yeah,
so that's why when Mango Heat came up, I was like, this really reminds me of something. And you asking me really made me think about, where am I getting this from? It's from that. So it's from that.
Well, next to that, like in all honesty, like let's have a semi-serious conversation about this. If you are part of a specific group, are you allowed to talk shit about?
Do we want to have a serious conversation? Do we want to go off on a good foot? Because I'd like to give away a game.
I want. How's that?
You know what? Yeah, you make an excellent point.
Yeah.
There you go. If you don't like it, don't listen.
Ah,
That's why it pisses me off when all these comedians, these new wave comedians, are getting offended. How are you going to be offended when you're a comedian? Are you kidding?
Comedians getting offended?
Oh yeah, there's comedians. Feminist comedians are getting offended.
Oh.
Leslie Jones is getting offended. What if all the people Leslie Jones bagged on got offended? You know what I mean? It's fuck that. You're a comedian and you're worried about getting offended when that's what you're making your living off of. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Well, Count, they're not real comedians then, because everybody knows that real comedians swear a solemn oath to not be offended and offend everyone.
Well, it's apparently they didn't get the memo. So anyway.
Damn shame.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm not a comedian. Game giveaway or no?
We can give away a game about a true comedian, Lo Wang. A true comedian, a comedian of the people.
Oh my God, the writer's
He knows exactly where to put it and where you want it.
Oh God.
That's the name my wife's been.
So she's playing Shadow Warrior 2. Anybody in chat right now, if you have Steam, that means you have to have a PC and Steam, and you want Shadow Warrior 2, I can gift it. So I purchased it because I got the game for free, but I felt like they deserve my money because it's such a fucking great game. So I figured, well, how do I handle this? I said, well, I'll just do it as a giveaway, actually. So I have it as a gift on Steam, and I can gift it on Steam. And if you're not a friend of mine on Steam, you can send me a request, just Janzer, I believe, and I can add you, and there we go. So let me know, and we can try to give it away. And if it doesn't have to be right now, you can hit us up on Twitter, B3 GamingCast on Twitter. You can hit me up on my Twitter, Janzer247, I think is what it is on Twitter. But yeah, if you see that. If you're interested, I'll just do a random, roll for that and give it away. Last time we had Shadow Warrior 1 Special Edition given away. RPG picked that up, so he had a good time with that, he said. So that worked out really well.
It's always a good time with Lo Wang.
Oh, man.
My wife says.
Jeez. Well, maybe she's playing on the Nintendo Switch.
No, my wife talks during sex a lot. She calls me from her hotel room.
What? I don't even understand that.
Never mind.
While you're doing it, does she ask you, can you pick these up for groceries later on or something like that?
Pretty sure he means something else. But that's why I was like, all right. I'm not stopping you from saying stuff. I'm just like, wow, I don't get what you're getting at, but...
It's just we don't want to get demonetized. This podcast may not be advertised.
No, we're screwed. We're not getting any advertisement. It's not now. It's we've blown that a long time ago.
Oh
yeah,
that thing all blew.
I did look up some stats about our podcast because I needed to know better. I was kind of more hands off in the beginning about that stuff. So I was looking up. We don't have as many downloads as I thought we did because I had to really look into what feed hits meant. A feed hit literally just means a hit to the feed. Does not mean an actual download. So I refresh my feed probably maybe once or twice a day sometime. Usually once a day. I'll refresh the feed for all of the podcasts I'm subscribed to. So that counts. So I hit a feed for each one of these at least 7 times a week, probably.
Right.
So every time somebody hits that, we get a feed count. Now, they could be getting pulled down and getting redistributed. So we don't have quite as many downloads as I thought we did. On the other hand, it could be a range between hundreds and thousands. Hard to say. So there's no real true metrics on that. Real quick question here. This is going to get really boring for anybody listening, so let's just shut this down. But Phil says, does the winner get to play co-op Wang with members of the B3 cast? Ha 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 ha. I actually, no, they don't, because if you don't know how Shadow Warrior 2 works, only one person technically is Wang, and yet everyone else is like a mook. But then when you know, everyone is Wang and no one is Wang. It's like everyone that plays with you is like some mook ninja, but as yourself, you are, the dude, which is a really great way for them to do that. There's only one Wang. So apparently they get that right.
There's only one Wang.
Right,
there
you can't cross the
only
Wangs.
be one.
No Wang crossing. Yeah.
I haven't played it. Is the co-op good in that game?
I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
Gonna find out.
Yeah. So, well, nobody said anything in chat, so I will, if I don't give it away like soon after, I'll probably just hold on to it till next time. So, and I'm sure somebody listening would bother. I'll probably have to do some kind of like YouTube ad for it. That way we can actually get some kind of, notification out there to people. And that's about it. All right. So unless you guys have anything else.
I do not. I have one other thing.
Oh,
yeah.
One thing. Tanner's like, yeah, great. Ghost Recon Wildlands tech test. I can't talk about it because I clicked on the agreement. What is that? What's the agreement that you take when you can't say anything?
Oh, that's a
NDA.
coincidence count. That's a coincidence because I also got exclusive rights to another game that I can't talk about.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll be. I mean, as soon as they lift the NDA on that, I'll give my
NDA,
thoughts on the. Yeah.
Same here.
I had a brain freeze there for a second.
Is this a Uplay game? A Ubisoft game?
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game. It's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Oh, I got gear for that in the Division. That's the only reason I know.
Yeah. So,
I got like a headset.
Yeah, I signed up for the tech test, so I'll be playing. It's until I think it lasts another like 3 or 4 days.
Cool.
So I'll be playing it a little bit tomorrow, but you can't stream it or anything, and you can't really talk about it. But
same here, dude. I have the same problem. The devs contacted me just yesterday, and now I have exclusive beta access to Raiders of the Broken Planet, but I can't talk about it.
Cool, yeah. I mean, you can say that you're involved, but you can't give an opinion or anything.
Exactly.
Only on the forums. Only on like the official forums can you do.
Exactly.
Fight Club, huh? All right.
But as soon as the NDA is lifted, we'll be talking about all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about.
Yeah, I'm interested in that game, that Broken Planet game.
First rule of Fight Club. Yeah. All right.
Don't talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you! I'll talk about Fight Club all I want. What you gonna do about it?
Apparently, not if you sign an NDA. So, geez, I gotta be up at 6:45 in the morning. Earlier. I'm gonna go to that Formula One thing in Austin, or just south of Austin, tomorrow. So watch some really fast cars and some hot women, hopefully.
Nice. Oh, hell
yeah!
Yeah.
Go on, baby.
All right. Well, we're getting out of here.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for listening, and of course, download us on iTunes. Give us a rating.
What's up?
Yeah. Love you all.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
All right, we're out.